to A Glimpse of Growth with Dr. Dale. The future of AI, the future of HR isn't about replacing humans with AI. It's actually about freeing up humans to become more human. That's what I think. What do you think? And that's our conversation today. HR, human resources, at the speed of AI. From paperwork to people work. So let's turn this music down and have this conversation. Welcome to, what is today? I think today is going to be Wednesday when we put this out. Wednesday, the 27th, 28th, I think, or 29. One of those, you guys. But it's the end of October 2025, and you are here on, A Glimpse of Growth, and we're having this conversation with HR, AI, humans, workplace, you, me, what is going on. I know this conversation is hot, so we're here to kind of shed a different light on it in case you are wondering about it and wondering if it's going to replace you, because it's not. It's just going to give you some space to breathe, and so that way you can be a better human being at work and you can be more efficient, right? With your time. And we as HR and human resources can be a lot more human. And with that, I'm bringing up my guest. Yes, we have a guest today, you guys. You guys know that my guests, I always say that my guests, they're amazing people. And I'm not just saying this because I know them and I like them and I know them for a long time, but I really mean this. Believe me, you guys. They are amazing people inside and out. And this guest is no different. So I'm going to bring her up and we're going to have this conversation. So if you have a question regarding human resources, regarding AI, regarding the workplace and what's going on and what your company is doing and what they shouldn't be doing, well, pop it down below. Have a conversation with us. And my guest today is Stephanie Malcolm. I know her as Latoya. Yeah. Latoya, how long we've known each other at this point? I think it's like, I want to say
probably 5-6 years.
Yeah,
is it more?
Yeah. I was thinking
it's pre-pandemic actually. Yeah, you're right. It's pre-pandemic, so definitely more.
For sure. I'm like, wait, I know Latoya a long time. Latoya's been in HR a long time. Latoya, along with many others have, they've given me an opportunity to be in groups and spaces and in conversations that made me feel safe enough to ask. Sometimes you're in HR and you feel like, man, who am I going to ask these crazy questions to? So what's going on in HR? Well, Latoya is one of those people that she has been that for me. And, being in spaces and being around her has allowed me to soak up some insights and help me know that I am not alone. So with that, Latoya, Stephanie, I am giving you the floor. Let them know who you are, and then let them feel how amazing you are.
Yes, and likewise, same to you, Dale. You have also been one of those people with the insight, who's the expert in the area. So thank you, for being that for me as well. And I gotta say, your infectious energy has always been just, I don't know, it's been one of your strongest suit. It's been what drew me to you. So just thank you for that burst of energy.
Thank you.
And thank you for bringing me on.
Of course. This was a long time coming. So don't even play. Yes. This has been a long time coming. You and your busy life. Okay, so I appreciate your family for lending me to you, and your job for letting you out early.
Absolutely. I have my son downstairs right now. Hopefully he's doing his homework on task and do what he needs to. But thank you for allowing me to jump on your podcast and share my insights.
Yes, of course. So, Latoya, what are you doing and who are you and where you're working now and how
Yes,
many years in HR?
absolutely. So, I want to clear up the confusion for anyone who's like looking at my name and then hearing Dale saying Latoya. So, my name is Latoya Stephanie Malcolm, but some people not really into their first name. Whatever the case is, I go by Stephanie. But if you know me by Latoya, you call me whatever. Various people in my life, they make up whatever version of my name, Toya, Steph, whatever you want to call me, I'll answer to. It's fine. Um, so I am an HR professional and I've been in HR for over 10 years now. And I've been in various HR roles, most of that HR leadership. Currently, I'm an HR consultant, so I kind of shift, my trajectory. So I'm an HR consultant at a consulting firm, and it's part of an affiliate business. And that business that we're inside of is one of the largest firms in Pennsylvania. So we operate out of that business, in order to meet our clients. But that's what I'm doing currently.
So, Latoya, I didn't put this question to ask, and she's like, make sure you let me know what question. I'm like, some questions come up. This is one of those questions, Latoya. You know, it's organic, it's natural. This is what it is. So I
Okay.
mean, I'm fascinated by HR professionals, and like, I'm fascinated with people that are, kind of like me and like the craziness of people. So my question, what part of HR do you like the most? Like, you're like, I love this part, or I don't like this part. Which part for
Hmm. Absolutely. And this is probably what drew me to, consultancy work. I think the part I love the most is the operational side. So the part in the background that's putting all of the paperwork, all everything that maybe more of the people person. If you want to be in the forefront, do that. I'm the background person. I can do both. I can do it all and have done it all successfully, but I
yeah,
prefer making all the things and putting all the things together. So whether it's, I don't know, a compensation study, a handbook, put everything operational. That's what I love. That's my jam.
that's your jam. I mean,
That's my
uh,
jam.
yeah, yeah. I mean, my jam is definitely leadership and the people. So we are the at the opposite ends. So I'm with you.
Yes,
We're at the
yes.
opposite ends. I'm glad you said that. So I do operations. Yes, I get it. And you said the handbook and the policy. I prefer. I want to sit down and talk to the leader and figure out what makes them tick, and then how we can get the rest of the team on their page or vice versa. So I'm there with you. Oh my goodness, good to know. Good to know. What, so we're talking about AI, right? And HR and the workplace and what's going on and all the crazy stuff that's going on out there where people are thinking in regards to AI. And I don't think right now that, some people said it's going to replace us, and should we even adopt it? Is it going to last, and all this bunch of stuff. And I know some companies are using AI right now, right? A lot of companies are
Yes,
starting to adopt it.
absolutely.
But I also know there are companies that haven't even dipped their toes in the water
Right, right, right.
at all. So, what fears do you think HR professionals have about AI replacing them? And do you think they're
Yeah,
even valid and make sense?
yeah. So before I jump into my answer, you asked me to prepare a quote, and I think this applies. So I'm going to tell you or share what the quote is. And this is from Josh Burson, who's a global HR analyst and expert in the field. And he said, AI will not replace HR, but HR professionals who use AI will replace those who don't. So, and I think that's very,
So very true.
very valid. Yes. And applicable. So I wanted to share that. But
That's
yeah,
true. I agree.
do
A
I think
thousand
the fear
percent.
is valid? It sure is, because like he said, it will replace someone who does not use AI. And I don't think it's not entirely replacing HR, it's reshaping HR and what we think HR should be and how we should use HR. So if the professionals, what they need to do is ensure that they're using the tools and making their lives more efficient, um, in order to, like you said, become more strategic, allow them time to create those policies
Yeah,
and make procedures, do
yeah.
things that will better the business. But AI will help you to do that because it's going to be a resource for you to be able to do that, and allow you to free up your time basically, so you can think more strategically.
I read somewhere that IBM announced that over 90% of their HR tasks are going to be handled by AI,
Yes.
right? So showing that there's a deep commitment, going automation, going into leaning into that HR, AI, just merging together, right? And when they do that, I'm assuming, right, for me, from what I've seen and from what I've read and whatnot, is that will allow the HR professionals to do a lot of other things with employees. Like, what do you think? Like, what else would what would that create by doing that? 90% of their HR task.
So I do want to make a distinction though, because we have in the HR field, that there are various roles, and most of those tasks that are being replaced by AI are
Yeah,
going to be those mundane, repetitive tasks. And we do have HRs in the field that are, you know, doing those tasks. So if you are in the field where your job, is potentially something that AI can be replaced doing,
yeah.
then you may want to, increase your learning. Maybe you want to be the one involved with
Your
using the
skills,
AI,
right,
right? Right, reshaping your
right.
skills so you can be the one using AI to your benefit. So that's the first thing I wanted to state there. The other thing is that while it can replace, another thing that I just thought of. So we've been using HRIS, right?
Yeah,
You have companies, Paycom, Paychecks, whatever, all these
yeah.
companies.
UKG,
What
yeah, yeah.
have their job been? It's to make our lives more efficient.
Right,
So it's running payroll, it's doing all these things, it's automating all of these processes that we
right,
used to do manually or by paper.
right.
So all we have to do is just, I guess, associate AI in that realm. Like it's another
Uh,
piece of technology that will help,
right.
you know, make our
Oh,
lives more efficient.
that is so true. I like that. That is so true.
So
It's just another piece of technology.
it's another
That
piece of technology for us to use to our benefit. What we will not allow it to do, or what I don't think it will be able to do, is replace human intuition.
agree.
So
Agree.
it can't replace empathy, it can't replace judgment, and it can't replace that true connection that we need as humans,
Right.
human
Right.
HR. So um,
I agree with you 100%. 100%. That human intuition, that connection, that like for example, a hiring manager, can be able to detect when a candidate is nervous, right? They're interviewing somebody for a job. It can detect when someone, oh, they're motivated. Seems like, look, they're
right,
taking initiative, like,
right,
something that data alone can
can't,
miss. Yeah,
right,
or, right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I agree with that. Oh my goodness, I really like that. I'm gonna take that,
right.
take that, Latoya. Like, it's just another piece of technology, like your
It
HRIS.
is
Like, what is the problem?
right.
I agree 100%. How do you think? Like, what do you think is one skill that will never go out of style in HR apart from that human connection, no matter how much technology advances?
Um, I think it's communication, hands down. Now, like I said, it can enhance what we do, but we also have to remember garbage in, garbage out, right? So you, as the human, as the person, you have to put in the right prompts or the right information to get what you need, and it can enhance whatever you want it to do. So you will
100%.
always need to be the communicator, but if you'd like, you can use AI to
Yeah,
help, I don't know, shape a message for an email, or, whatever information you need from it, but it just needs that human touch or the human prompt to be able to provide what you need it to.
I agree with that because when you want, like, for example, somebody sends an email to you that is not very nice, and you
Mm.
want to just fire off
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
say some stuff, but you sometimes you don't have somebody right next to you, like, hey, can you read this right quick before I send this off, right? If you don't have that person, you put it into chat, or Copilot, or whoever you're using, and you say, be direct, but don't be rude.
Right, right. Write a response for, exactly. You can have it do what you need it to do, but you still
Right.
need that human touch and the human communication part.
I agree. I agree. uh, an article from HR Morning said that digital HR digital's evolution is a must, but
Hmm.
let's preserve the emotional core for
Yes.
humans.
Right.
So to your point, what you said earlier, like that human connection, that intuition,
Yes.
empathy, like AI, AI can, as a matter of fact, there's a story. Did you have you heard about on the news? There was the where the AI convinced a little boy to, or as a girl, to have an to suicide.
No.
Yeah, yeah. The
AI convinced.
Yeah, the I think it was, I can't remember if it was a boy or girl, but I think it's a boy. He was going through something, and from one minute to the next, it seems like their parents saw the shift in their mood, and
Mm.
this not until after the boy actually killed himself. He Not until after he was dead was when they were going through his computer and
Oh
saw the
no.
questions day after day that he was going in and asking it. And the first time he got kind of suggested it to the AI kind of told him, it gave him, like, therapy, or go talk to your parents. But after that
Mm-hmm.
one time, it didn't do it again. And day after day, that AI are just telling him, this is how you should do it. This is what you
Mm.
should do. It was bad.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
that's really scary.
that is, so that tells you right there, like, it did not put in, like, after that one time of suggesting maybe you should talk to your parents, or maybe you should go to therapy or whatever, that
Mm-hmm.
it didn't. And day after day, that kid coming back and saying, yeah, but they're not listening to me. Oh, well, forget them. Just get rid
Oh,
of yourself. Why?
really?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you should see, and it was just so scary. How
Wow.
the daily notes that he was putting in, and how he was feeling, and how the AI was responding back to him. So that goes to show you guys. Go look it up. Go do the research, you guys. You'll be able to see it. That that this is real. So don't
Right, right.
that AI
Hmm.
is your friend. Some people think that it's like, some people are actually out there, and I mean, I've heard it too. I know some people that are doing it. They're like having full blown conversations with the AI about their relationships. Stephanie, like, with their relationship. No, don't laugh.
Wow, full-blown conversation. That
Yeah,
is
they're like,
crazy.
he didn't answer my call. What should I do? And this kind of
Wow.
stuff. And because I guess they don't have anybody else to talk to.
Right, to talk to, and sometimes you ask a friend and they may also give you answers that are not, so who
Right.
knows? But
Right. But that
turning to
goes to show
AI
you that you
completely,
can't trust. This is just a tool, and it doesn't have a
right,
heart, an emotion.
right,
It doesn't have a
right,
brain. It's just putting whatever you see that comes out of that computer when you type it in. It has that from all the data that we put in from years
right,
and years and
right,
years.
right,
You
right.
know
It's
what I
just
mean?
compiling information and giving you what it thinks. Right.
Exactly. And you said something earlier. You said garbage in, garbage out, right? You said
Right.
some, right?
Right.
So whatever it is that you are putting into it is what you're going to get out of it. And if you don't
Exactly.
like have your five senses together,
Hmm.
you can go down a real, not so good path if you're not paying attention to what you're
Right.
reading,
I
which
agree.
is
I agree.
which is why you should read, critically think.
Right. Right.
How is it responding to what you need it to say, right? Which is why you should
Right.
just take it at face value, right?
And turn to some experts, if you're not 100% sure, then go to someone else who may have the answers, because AI is not all, it's, again, like you said, it's taking information from previous, putting it all together, and then responding based on that.
Yeah, this is a popular response. This is what people like to hear. Let me put this
Right.
and give it to her and see if she likes it.
Right.
That's what it's
Right.
doing. That's what it's doing. It's like giving you it's like a yes person. If you have those people around you, those be like yes, everything is yes. But in reality,
Right.
they're not really thinking about what they're saying yes to, right? Um,
Exactly.
how do you think that we can create synergy between human insight and machine intelligence? Like, how
Well,
can we like bring that together? What do you think?
it's kind of based on the story that you just told. You just gave an insight into, us understanding, like, we're not using AI to replace human thinking. It's a partner, it's not a replacement. So
Mm-hmm.
I think synergy happens when humans set ethical boundaries and interpret,
Mm.
what they see, and make people centered decisions using the AI information. So it's using
Uh,
the information AI provides you, again, as the resources to make your lives more efficient, more productive, and not just, you know, the information that it spits out, you just take that as face value.
agreed. Oh, that's really yes, yes,
Yeah, it needs
yeah.
our judgment. So
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Mic drop. It needs AI needs your judgment. That's a
Yes.
mic drop. I'm gonna write that. I gotta write that down. I like it. I like
Yes.
it. I like it. AI needs your judgment. I really like
Here's
that.
another one. Here's another one. So, and you speak a lot to this. So you need also collaboration. It's logic plus empathy.
Mm,
So you need an empathetic, um, human to go
yes,
along with the logic.
with the logic. With the logic.
Right.
So, another example, a company using AI analytics, right, to kind of help them with the data, right? Like for the HRIS, using the AI analytics to help train managers, right?
Hmm.
Help train the managers and then help them decipher what that data is saying, right?
Hmm.
As a result of compiling all of this data from all of these different sources, it is telling you something. So AI
Right.
can help you decipher what is it telling you and what story is coming out of it. Hey, it looks like we have more male than females
Right.
in the company
Right. It can
based
show
on
you
the data that
patterns.
we're looking at. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Right. Right.
But using it, because you can have the data, because I'm sure a lot of companies have a lot of information in their forecourt, in their four door, in their corner of their building, but they're not using it, right?
Exactly.
So
Right.
using the data that you have at your disposal,
Disposal.
um,
Right.
and even it can start from your peers. They have data. What is it that they're doing? What is it that how they're doing it, and the results that they have that you can probably implement yourself. You know,
Yes, I agree.
I think that a lot of people get scared enough, fear enough that they don't move. And I think AI looks like something huge. And it seems like I don't even know where to begin. Where would
Yeah.
you say they should be? Like, what is one thing they can do today? Somebody, a company that hasn't even implemented AI, or an HR person that doesn't even want to, but maybe they should start. What is that one thing you think they should start to do today?
Um, I don't know. I think it's doing the research to find out what exactly or where exactly are there holes in your productivity,
I love
Where do
it.
you need help? And, research what tools are out there to help you. For example, so our company, we do recruiting
Hmm.
for various other organizations, and I use an AI tool to help me after I've done all my screenings and I
Gathering
found
data, right?
right, right. I use a tool that helps me with something simple, scheduling the actual interviews. So while I'm working on something else, I'm three other tasks. People can go on and schedule um, what do you call it? Schedule interviews for me to have the conversation with them. But
Yeah.
this is happening while I'm doing something else. So I'm being productive doing something else while that's happening in the background. So
Ooh.
I think it's important for them to find out where are the holes um, in the tasks that they're doing and find out what AI tool can help them.
Because you won't know until you do that research, right? And
Right,
see.
right. Do some kind
Yeah.
of assessment.
Yeah. I like that. Just start where you are and figure out
Right,
where the holes are, exactly where you are. Don't copy anybody else. Look and see where you are and look at the gap. I like that a
right.
lot. So true. Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. There was a survey from, so thinking about AI and thinking about, EQ, emotional intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
my secret and love potion, I call it. Do you think that the next um great HR leaders today will be defined by their tech skills or by their EQ skills, or both?
Um, I think it's both. It's definitely both. So the next generation of HR leaders, they need to be digitally fluent and emotionally intelligent. So, like we said, they need to be able to interpret the data. The data is going to help you. The technology is going to help you to gather the insights, find out patterns, understand what's going on with your business. But you need to be emotionally intelligent to then bridge that gap to understand how to help the employees.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There was a survey that found that, was it 80, 85 or something percent of executives are using AI in their roles, while
Yeah.
only 27% of those employees are highlighting a gap that no that no tech can adopt at all, but
Hmm.
potentially what their leadership and their readiness is not there. Like 87% of them are using AI, and only 27%
Mm-hmm.
of those are highlighting the gap of what that is causing, and they're not using it to its advantage. You know what I mean?
Ah. Okay.
He's not using it to its advantage. So, for example, the next HR star that they have in their organization right now
Mm-hmm.
will know how to read the data
Yes.
dashboards and sit in a tough conversation with emotional stability, emotional awareness. But if they don't do that and assess that data, it's just like
Mm-hmm.
they just know a bunch of information,
Right.
but they're
Right.
not
If you're not
tying it
applying it,
to the
yes.
story that is being that it's saying, right? um
Right. I agree.
and I think that's where a lot of companies and the HR department can definitely start to leverage and
Mm-hmm.
continue to have our seat at the table. What do you think about that?
I agree. So a lot of HR professionals, they ask for a seat at the table, but when they get it, they're not using the information at hand to their benefit. I mean, you should always know what's going on with your business. And because we're not what do they call it? We're not generating any income.
Or they
So
say we're not
they
generating.
say, they say,
They say
right.
you are wrong.
Mhm.
Whoever's out there saying that, stop saying it because you sound like a fool. You stop saying it.
Well, indirectly. So we do indirectly, but not directly. But if we don't show and prove that that's the case, then people who make decisions, especially ones that look at the cost for value and all that, they're not gonna you're not going to prove your worth, or you're not going to show why things need to happen in the organization for the benefit of the people if you can't show the facts plus tied to um the people.
You're right. 100%. I agree 100%. I think it was Sherm that said that one of the areas that HR can definitely leverage some more and learn more training is that business acumen side of things, right?
Yes, I agree.
Because we're strong on the people. We got the people.
Mm-hmm.
We got the
Right,
people aspect down. Okay,
right.
HR person out there, I see you. All right, I see you. I feel you. We see you. Right. We
Mm-hmm.
are people focused, strong as well. Right. And
Right.
those and so we're saying get the business acumen because that will
Yes.
reel in the business side. I think that if you're in HR, your business is your business. The business that you HR, if you are a department in that business, and I didn't understand this when I had first became an HR professional. I didn't understand
Mm-hmm.
it until later on. Right until later on that your position needs to
Mm-hmm.
marry what the business bigger
Right.
goal is.
Absolutely.
And you need to like be able to connect those dots. Even if your manager is not connecting the dots, you need to be able to connect those dots because a lot of
Right.
managers just don't have the tools, right? To give you what you
Right.
need. You need to own all of that, right?
Right. And especially when you have certain businesses, sometimes they don't really believe in HR. So you
Mm,
have to then create that value, and tie all of that business together.
you said it. Sometimes they don't
Hmm.
believe in us. There are people out there
No,
that don't believe in us.
no, no.
So we gotta make not make them, but inspire them to believe in us, right?
Right.
And
Right.
to Stephanie's point, that means continuing to show up, bring in value, right? When you're at that table and you hear them talking about, we're thinking about bringing in or doing this other big project and doing another
Right.
location,
Right.
then you start talking about that staffing and
Right.
projecting that
Stop cost per
forecasting,
hire and
right?
training and
Training,
right.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. You need to start. Oh, well, there's some people may say, "Oh, we didn't know that we needed to do that." Yes. So you are bringing them something that they're not thinking about. Because if you think about the
Right.
people, you think about the business, you send them
Right.
in the same going in the same direction. Then you got the value right there. You just need to use
Right.
the data that's at your disposal.
Right. And we have to also remember we're the experts in this area. So
Mm.
if you if you're working alongside a CEO, chances are he's the visionary, him or her, I shouldn't say he. They're the visionary. They're the ones looking at the future. But we, as the HR experts, then have to think about the steps to get there and what that means for our department or for, the people in the organization.
Mm-hmm. 100%. I agree. I ain't gonna lie. There are a lot of managers out there that don't see it, and if you show them, you create that, and then you will give them a chance to kind of see it, right? And if they
Right.
still don't get it, then it sounds like you probably need to look elsewhere.
Right. You're probably not in the right place.
Right. And that's just the cold, hard truth, right?
Right.
Especially with all
Right.
that's going on today. You want to make sure that you believe in the vision of that company. You
Right.
believe in the direction that they're going in and the values that they have. It really has to marry your personal values, I think.
Right.
What do you think,
It
Stephanie?
should. I agree. It should.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think what gives you hope about the future in HR in an age of so much technology?
Um, Well, what gives me hope is that HR, we finally have the tool to prove our impact. We just talked a little bit about this,
Mm-hmm.
that we
Mm-hmm.
are the experts in the area. We have to show our worth as centers that don't directly bring money to the company. We have to be able to prove our impact. So for years, HR, we've been the soft side of the business, but now with AI and analytics, we can use those tools to connect culture, engagement, and development, and directly tie that to business outcomes. So, to your initial question, where you said, um, is it replacing HR? It's definitely not. We have to ensure that we're using the tools to our advantage and use it to do the administrative portion of the work and free yourself up to do the strategic. So that's my hope for HR.
Agreed. I like that. If automation handles admin, right? It's handling the admin side of things, essentially, is what we said this entire conversation. HR
Right.
can return to its original promise, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
People work,
Right.
culture building purpose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That gives hope to people
Yeah.
to want to continue being in an amazing culture and environment, right? An
Right.
amazing company. Um,
Right.
this is where, I mean, I think it's taking us in a good direction if we manage how what we implement and what we allow AI to, to take hold of
Yeah.
inside of the organization. If
Yeah.
you're not careful on how AI is weeding out people from recruiting, then yeah, you're going to have some issues.
Right.
You're going to have some
Uh,
issues.
right. And I was gonna say there are a lot of tools out there. So, an HR professional, I think you asked me this question before, where should they start? Just look and see what's out there. Um, like we talked about, people are using it in organizations, but and they're just now tapping into it, and some might not even be using it. So
Yeah.
look and see what's out there, what you can use, how you can use it, how it can be beneficial to you to make your work more efficient, more accurate, with the tools that are offered.
Yeah. Agreed. I have here some words that says, because while AI can process data at lightning speed, it can't
Mm-hmm.
build trust.
Mm,
Cannot build trust, right?
right.
It can measure engagement, but it can't create belonging. It
Mm-hmm.
can't help someone feel like they belong. That part
Right.
is you. That's where you, HR, that's where
Come
us,
in.
we come
Right.
in. The real power lies in our partnership with
Right.
human
Right.
insight, machine intelligence, working together to kind of create those
Yes.
workplaces
Yes.
that not only are smarter, but also kinder,
Hmm.
fairer, and definitely more emotionally connected, you know?
Yes. I agree.
Yeah, I think that is the only way. That is the only way forward, because otherwise, we're going to have chaos.
Yeah. And we're going to be operating out of what we think we need to do instead of looking at patterns and reacting based on the patterns that we see.
Mhm. Mhm. 100%. I love that you said that. So it takes the guessing work out of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember being in organizations starting out in HR where we were using spreadsheets. And
Oh, man.
my God, I
Yeah.
mean, like, with the new
Or
hires,
doing payroll, like writing down the clock ins and clock
oh my
outs,
gosh, it
everything by
was a
paper.
headache.
Right. Right. So
But
we had tools.
Stephanie, do you know there are people out there that are still doing that today?
That's pretty sad.
That is, I mean, I feel for you. If you're out there, you're doing that, and you're in an organization, you need to look at
Right.
some technology, some software, and
Yes.
you're gonna have to do the
Have
work.
you ever been in a company where or worked with someone that says that's not how we've done it?
Oh my gosh, I can't. I can't. When I hear that
That I
sentence,
think
I give them the side eye. I'm like,
yeah.
what you talking
Right. Right. What are we if we're not innovating and growing? We're
about?
dying. So yeah, another mic drop.
100%. Stephanie, you know you coming back, right? You coming back.
Right.
That is so true. If you are not growing, what are you doing?
Right.
And I challenge you out there, HR professional, go and ask your boss, if you are not innovating, sir, ma'am, what are we doing?
That part. What do the kids do?
That's exactly what they do. And you can tell them you heard it here first.
Yes. You did.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Plus, the end of the year is coming, right? And this is around this time people start looking at, analyzing how they want, what goals for 2026. What do you want to
Yes.
do for your company? What are the goals for your department? This can be
Right.
a goal. Let's kind of do some research. Everybody has a homework. By now, in 2 weeks from now, you're assigned to go do a research on AI and what gaps you see in your role and where we can add it. There you go. I just gave you guys your first assignment. You're welcome.
I love that. You're welcome.
You have an action item and you have 2 weeks. I'm giving you a lot of time. 2 weeks to do this research. Okay, so you can come back with something critically thought out, some logic.
Yes.
Don't come in here talking about $50,000. No.
Go back to the drawing board and get your SMART goals and get it done.
100%. Yes, it has
Yeah.
to make sense. Okay, it has
Yes.
to make sense, and it has to be economical. We have to achievable, right? All of those things. So I agree. This was good, Latoya. Didn't you have? I had fun. I had fun. This was a good conversation.
I did too.
Latoya, do you have any tips? Be one tip that you want to that keeps you going, because I know this HR life it's a lot, and life as a personal life, professional life, there's a lot going on out there in those streets, so you need to to keep you going every single day. What is that for you? What is that thing that keeps you going?
What keeps me going? I think just doing what makes me happy. So stop thinking about what others are I don't know, perceiving you to be, or judging you, or whatever's going on. Most of the time people are not actually even thinking about you. So just do what makes you happy. Right. You're not that special. So,
you are so perfectly, you are imperfect.
right. Do what makes you happy. And I think things will fall into place.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, don't drown in a cup of water. Stop doing
Oh, oh,
you like
I
that?
like that.
I like that. I mean, who told me that? Somebody else that came on this podcast or is coming on this podcast told me that, and I was like, I'm gonna sit with that for a long time, because I do.
Don't drown
in a cup
in
of water.
a cup of water. And that can apply anywhere.
Exactly.
I think we could even apply it to this conversation.
Absolutely.
Because if you're drowning in the little itty bitty work that you have, it's probably because you're not doing something properly. So find the technology that can make it work for you, and don't drown.
Stop drowning out there, people.
I love it.
I love it too. Thank you. I love the way you put that. You just brought it back to this conversation.
Yeah.
You can take that professionally. You can take that
and personally.
And you can take that in all the ways, right? Stop
Yes.
drowning,
Yes.
because in that cup of water is not gonna, you're not gonna come up for air, baby boy, baby
Mm-hmm.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Come up for air and breathe.
Yeah. It's not that deep.
It's
It's
not,
not that deep.
it's not that deep.
No.
Plus, the holidays are coming. You gotta enjoy your time. Do what you
Yes.
can. Plan for
Do what you
2026.
love.
Put,
Mm-hmm.
do some, have some happy time with your family, and get into AI because it's here to stay.
Yeah. And I saw that they're working on even more um advanced AI
Mhm.
to where it's gonna have consciousness.
Mhm.
Now that's scary.
It
So
is. It is. It seems, they said, what is it? They said that I follow Mind Valley, which is a whole training platform, and they said every 3 months AI advances.
right, it has to,
I
because
was like,
we're feeding it information. What, when we input all the things that we need or we need to have done, or we're researching or whatever, it's using all of this, gathering all this information. So it I would imagine it's improving. It
it
has to.
is I'm calculating some stuff here, you guys. Hold on before we get out of here. Three 36 times 36 times 5 years. That's every 180 times better than it is today in 5 years. I
Wow.
mean, shut up. Like, I'm
Wow.
done. I got nothing
Wow.
else to say to you. Just let
Now
that
it
sink in a little bit.
and as a human, there's no way we can compete with that. So the only thing to do is to make it your partner. If you can't beat
Mm.
them, join them. That's it.
Join them. Join them.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. This has been a conversation with a glimpse of growth. Thank you so much, Stephanie Malcolm, for coming in here and having this conversation with me. You know you're coming back, so don't play games. And
Of
we
course.
will see you guys next week for another conversation and another glimpse of growth
Bye.
with Dr.
Thank you
Dale.
for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here and supporting this channel. If you enjoyed this episode and this content, it would mean a lot to me if you would take a few seconds to ensure you are subscribed to A Glimpse of Growth with Dr. Dale. Click the notification bell to receive notification. Share it with someone you think may need it. And let's continue to become more intelligent with our emotions. Thank you. See you later.